sheets before the players emerge, and the Tigers have got McGoldrick at full-back, then the new boys, Sean Ainscough, Shenton and Evans in the centres, Michael Wainwright on the other wing, Rangi Chase and Brent Sherwin is back. He's fit again, and that's a real bonus for Cass. Up front, it's Sargent, Hudson, who's the skipper, and Jackson, Ferris, Snitch, and Westerman. And the bench here, it's Hubie, Jones, Higgins, and young Jordan Thompson, included for the first time, only 18 years of age, wearing 21, and the coach is Terry Matheson. For Rovers, Sean Briscoe at full-back, then it's Fox, Wellham, Webster is restored to the centres, Cocaine's on the wing, Chaz Ianson takes the problem standoff role, and he is working alongside Michael Dobson. The forwards, Lovegrove, Morrell and Clinton, the new boy from Australia, Clint Newton, Matt Cook, and Vella, who is the captain, packing down at loose forward today. And on the bench, Wheeldon, Jason Netherton, Fisher and Watts, and the coach, Justin Morgan. Well, it's always a great atmosphere here when we come to the jungle. They're very close to the pitch, very close to the action. And Steve, what sort of a game do you think we're going to see here tonight? Because it's a vital one for both these sides.
Yeah, the pressure's really well and truly on both the coaches. Terry Matheson, he was disappointed last week against Bradford. He said that the energy levels was very low. And I think that they've got to really have a bit smarter playing in and around the ball area. Ryan Hudson, he needs to take charge in that particular department. The Rovers, of course, they'll be very happy with the fullback Sean Briscoe. He's probably their strike player. They'll be looking for Michael Dobson to control things out here, there and everywhere. And Scott Morrell, don't be surprised if Morrell takes on a more standoff role this evening. It'll be a tough one, and I think perhaps Justin Morgan, the Rovers coach, he'll be looking to plough down the middle with the likes of Lovegrove and Joel Clinton and the big fellas on the back three, Newton, Cook and Vella. It'll be a tough one.
Hull Kingston Rovers lost 30 points to 0 to Huddersfield last week in front of their own supporters, just to rub salt into the wound. They have been struggling without Ben Goliath. Morgan has been forced to reshuffle his side. They emerge though at the jungle. Hull Kingston Rovers, 7 wins in the draw from their away programme last year, but they have lost their last 4 in front of our cameras, including the 32-6 defeat at Wigan 2 weeks ago.
Eddie, when you say I'd lose by 30 points, whether you're the supporters of it or the coaching facts, you expect to see some sort of response. I thought they just simply didn't have enough firepower against Huddersfield last week. In the first 2 minutes of the game, you knew that Huddersfield were the dominant side, both when they had the ball and when they had to defend. And Rovers, I think, here tonight with Joel Clinton and perhaps a refreshed attitude, know that they'll need to be far more aggressive when carrying the ball and when hitting the Tigers having to defend.
Castleford won at Leeds in round 1, but things have gone awry since. Backs against the wall now, and they don't have the best record against Hull Kingston Rovers. They've won just 1 of 4 Super League meetings. Phil Bentham is the referee, the man in the middle of this Engage Super League Saturday night match. And it's going to be Castleford Tigers who will get this game underway. Two sides maybe a little bit low on confidence, but absolutely keen as mustard to pick up the 2 points that are on offer here tonight.
I think it's quite clear, Eddie, as well, last week when in the opening 10 minutes, Terry Matheson very disappointed that the Tigers didn't show that Tiger spirit. I think we'll see tonight.
It's a great hanging kick-off from Westerman. It's a wonderful charge as well. And Joel Clinton, welcome to the Super League. That was the first tackle on him. Michael Vella was the man tackled there. Good early tackling here. There is Clinton. He's a one-cap Australian international from Brisbane last week. Almost 200 appearances in the NRL. He began with Penrith, and he won a grand final winners' ring with them. It's Castleford now, though, with ball in hand for the first time.
And that was an interesting and a high-quality catch there. A lot of people were critical of Sean Ainscough when he was at Wigan, said that he wasn't going under the high ball or taking the kicks downfield. A great start for Sean Ainscough on his loan spell here.
Well, maybe Justin Morgan was one of the people who believed he wasn't very hot under the high ball, because the kick was certainly aimed in his direction. But Sean Ainscough, you know, he's got a tremendous record. 17 tries in 12 games for Wigan. And after that blistering start, he never really got a chance after that. He's here to rekindle and resurrect a Super League career. He's come by a witness, of course. Oh, Sherman was taken out there by Michael Vella. Surely the touch judge has seen that.
Well, no. Well, was it committed? Ooh, that was very, very high, but I think it was legal. He didn't raise any arms, just used his...
It was a body
shoulder, yeah, bang, straight into it. And he's got some back there. Vella takes the ball up. He's had a couple of crunches so far. We thought it was going to be a bit tasty. Look at this. Didn't raise the arms. That's the reason why Phil Bentham got to look at the touch judges just to see. They said he was okay.
Up goes the kick from the boot of Michael Dobson, and Ryan McGoldrick is retreating and pouches the high kick. Well, I tell you what, the opening 2 minutes here, rip-roaring start.
Certainly is more energy than both sides certainly showed last week, and it'll be pleasing for both the coaches. Interesting to see, the Rovers didn't get back on side on that occasion. I mentioned it last night, Eddie, that the referees seem to just say, let's get on with the game these days, no penalties for messing around.
Great run from Hudson, he gets the ball to Evans.
And that's what Terry Madison wants a little bit more of. Mentioned the fact before the kick-off, boys just let it slip by. It's not a knock-on, went behind.
Rovers, they just waited for a moment then. Here is Shenton, ball to Ferris, wide they go to Wainwright, and Castleford will get in for the first try, and Wainwright takes it almost to behind the posts. Well, Hull Kingston Rovers waited for a knock-on decision, then was never coming. I'm sure they did. The ball went backwards and they all stopped. Castleford didn't, and Wainwright, 80 career tries before tonight, a former Leeds Academy product. He won the Academy Grand Final with the Leeds Rhinos, Michael Wainwright. And that's a tremendous start for the Tigers, just what Terry Matheson would have wanted.
Well, they were very quick out of the blocks. This is the poor pass. Did go backwards, no doubt about that. Then the long pass was superb. Shenton did ever so well, back on the inside. Oh, that was superb play. They were caught out. You cannot just hang about. Pass there from Rangi Chase, then Shenton back on the inside. Oh, that was superb rugby league football. Out of the top draw.
And here's Westerman just a second or so ago. He's missed. Not the best start to Joe Westerman's kicking night. 4-0 though, Castleford.
Both of these teams have really stepped up defensively. It started off at a real frantic pace. We've got to say that the Hull KR team have got to start a lot stronger. Over the last couple of weeks, that's a big disappointment for Justin Morgan, who's the Hull KR coach. They've really got to start controlling the speed of which Castleford are playing the ball.
Kirkhoff finds Rangi Chase, who slips and sitting down. He pops the ball up, and it was the try scorer, Michael Wainwright. Here comes Jackson now for Castleford. Very soggy in this corner of the field. Hudson, the Castleford captain, almost 250 appearances in his career now. Here is McGoldrick again.
I'm just trying to make that point earlier, Eddie, that Ryan Hudson needs to be a little bit smarter around the play the ball area.
That's a good run, that's a tremendous run, and here is Evans. Looking for support, it arrives eventually.
Should have come earlier though. Rovers were all at sea with their defence.
Good tackle in the end from Welland though. Up goes the kick off the boot of Rangi Chase. They're after this, Mitchell Sargent's been taken out. Briscoe's dropped it, but it went backwards. And they get away with it because it's with Peter Fox.
Well, an excellent kick because he made Sean Briscoe move such a distance. Obviously it was moving around and Rovers have survived. Get a penalty here now for Castleford being offside.
Well, they needed that, did the Rovers. Well, they had plenty to choose from, didn't he, Phil Bentham? They wanted to just take off the pressure, and they did that with this penalty.
Dobson dumps the ball into touch. It's Michael Dobson's 50th consecutive appearance, by the way.
And what a great kick it was. It's made good ground. Two fields on the ball. Coach Justin Morgan made it quite clear yesterday, he was our guest, that there'd be a vast improvement to his side tonight, and that's good work.
Here's Morel, and Vella will run it in strongly, as he always does. Well, Joel Clinton has been involved early on here in the action. They miss him out this time, find Dobson. He pops it back to Rhys Lovegrove. Good defence from Castleford, but that's only 3 tackles gone. Still plenty in the bank for Rovers. That's a great little run coming in there from Chaz Ianson. Castleford stop him though, 2 metres short. Morel again on the half volley, picked up by Clint Newton. Here is Dobson. He's seen a hole and gone for it, Dobson. And the Castleford Tigers defence just slams the door in his face. It's the last tackle here for Rovers. It comes back to Ianson again. He'll hoist the kick wide. A little lacking in direction and far too strong. And he holds his hand up, Ianson.
Well, the idea was good. And Cocaine tried his damnedest to keep that ball alive, but it was just a touch too strong. Well, a good position, lost away, but full credit to the Tigers. They really did get their defence sorted out. One tackle there by this guy, Mitchell Sargent, really rocked them.
Yes, Mitchell Sargent starting tonight, his first start of 2010. He's been used as an impact player off the bench prior to tonight.
And I think it's a smart move by Terry Matheson, because he's a player that he never holds back. He gives it all. And that's what you want, impact early in the game.
Westerman. But once the leg is lifted, the tackle is completed. Here's McGoldrick again. Last tackle, though, for Castleford. They're only on halfway. Sherwin with a little dab through, and Evans is after this. Oh, and Ainsko! Soccer skills from Ainsko! Debut try from Sean Ainsko! Sensational! The kick from Sherwin opened the door. Evans appeared to be taken out off the ball. Ainsko didn't hang around worrying about a whistle that never came, and he just dribbled the ball around the last defender, picked it up and over underneath the sticks. Sean Ainsko, he's picking up in Super League in 2010 where he left off last year, albeit in different colours.
OKR coach Justin Morgan will be furious with this. They should have got to that ball. Take nothing away from the kick through from Michael Shenton. But look, there's no cover. Okay, they got the look of the bounce. Ainsko in and out. That's a nice step as well. Surely, you can't miss this.
It's 10-0 to the Castleford Tigers. It's exactly the position they worked themselves into against Warrington when last we were here at the Jungle, and then Warrington came back and won the match.
Well, this is a high-quality finish. 2 last tackle tries. The last one they ran it here, they put the cover kick through. And I don't know about Michael Maguire wanting ends go back in Wigan. Roberto Martin hasn't minded it pretty soon with those skills. Dribbled it around the keeper, puts it between the goals.
Well, 17 tries in 12 for Wigan last year, then he lost his place, never really got it back, got an injury as well. But he knows his way to the line, Terry.
Well, this is what Hull KR have got to do. They've not got to try and score every time they get down this end of the park. They've got to try and build some pressure. It's not about getting down there, you've got to get over the line. Just ask the questions and try and word out this Castleford side, because at the minute they're having a field day.
Stuart Jones is on for Brett Ferris, and there is Stuart Jones underneath all that tackling. Just another line about Sean Ainsko. 4 tries in 3 for Widnes in his loan spell there. Well, it's not a loan spell, is it? It was a dual registration, wasn't it? Yeah. And I mean, you know, full marks to Castleford, first of all, for asking Wigan about the possibility, and well done Widnes for giving him the chance. And here he is again, with Evans just outside him.
Well,
with the ball.
The Rovers just don't want to tackle.
It's the last one here for Castleford. They're running it. Oh, Rangi Chase has put it down. This could be a turning point. Chazza Janssen.
Well, they got a little bit overconfident there. They really should have opted for the kick on the last.
Fox with a strong run. Halted by Shenton, by Westerman, and Rangi Chase, who came up with the original mistake. Webster gives it to Clint Newton, bounces out of 2 tackles, gets the ball away brilliantly. Webster! Clawed to the ground by McGoldrick.
Great tackle by the fullback, it had to be as well. Webster was zoning in on the line.
Here's Janssen again. Good ball inside. And it was Sherwin with the tackle. Quick play the ball. Dobson. Oh, poor pass. It hits the ground. Newton waits for the support. Morel is there. Dabs it to the in-goal area. It's a pudding of a pitch. The ball goes dead.
Well, they scrambled back, did the Tigers, but this is a break. Great work there. Clint Newton, then he passed it out. Oh, wonderful stuff.
But again, they get right down there, they get in good field position, and they're looking to score without building any pressure. They've just got to calm down. It's as simple as that.
Joel Clinton's debut in the Super League lasts about 11.5 minutes as he feels his way back to full match fitness, no doubt. Hudson's on the halfway.
Oh, that looked a bit high from Chris Wellham.
Full marks to Steve Snitch, didn't complain about it. Here's Evans again. Plays the ball to Hudson on the last. Shenton again with a crossfield kick. Westerman's after this. Well done, Briscoe.
Eyes on the ball at all time. It's mine. It was a good shout as well. Well, they went for the power play and came up with a knock-on earlier from Rangi Chase. They weren't going to miss the opportunity again. It was a good kick. And look at this defence. They're getting right into the face of the Rovers.
They're a different side, Castleford, with Brent Sherwin in the side, aren't they? Different team altogether.
I don't know whether it's because this field is 10 metres shorter than the majority of the ones we go to, but you do tend to find end-to-end matches here at the Jungle. Again, it's a fast, high-tempo game in the first 12 minutes. We've had lots of chances, and Castleford, just like Huddersfield last week, have had some joy with the short side. Close to a touchline, 10 or 15 metres in, they've managed to go down there. They've already made one break, and I expect to see more of that. When they get close to the side of the field, expect them to use that narrow strip of land.
Michael Dobson's kick was far too long, so Rovers will line up 10 metres away from the 20-metre line. Here's Stuart Jones now for Castleford, meeting Vella head-on and being driven back by Morel as well.
Well, the opening start by the Tigers is very encouraging, but when they got to that tap, there was about 4 of the Castleford players just ambling back. They couldn't take the quick tap on the 20 because 2 or 3 of the players are offside.
Well, it's been a breakneck start, and we've had 14 minutes. Castleford building a 10-0 lead again, as I say, just as they did against Warrington a couple of weeks ago. Here is Mitchell Sargent. The big question for Terry Mattison's men tonight is, can they hang on to that lead, and can they build on it indeed up to half-time? Ryan Hudson at dummy half. And here's McGoldrick. Well, there was a bump by Dobson, and they keep it going. Castleford, here's Rangi Chase, so important to them. Sherwin and Chase at the heart of everything.
Well, it's like being at a wedding. You want the bride and the groom to be there, and they certainly did link in, don't they?
Sherwin's kick again. It's a penalty to Rovers. Sean Ainscough deemed to be offside.
Well, it's quick, but I don't think it's that quick. Only just. But it was well spotted there by Phil Bentham. Boy, if ever the side needed to just control things a little bit more, it's the visitors. And I agree with Terry, they've just got to slow things down, get a little bit of territory, and then apply the pressure. Just solid work in the forwards, that's what they need. We've got the quality there, with especially with Michael Dobson controlling things.
That's good harassing, though, by Castleford in defence. Michael Vella, so important to this Rovers team. Willie Mattison's done his homework. This is Dobson. Pops the ball up again. Morel waits at dummy half. The ball was played to him by Netherton. A little dab through behind the defence. McGoldrick had to wait for it. Just wouldn't bounce for him.
Nice option and a good chase there by Chris Wellham. Well, you could have selected about 8 of the Rovers who never made any attempt to get back to 10.
Here's a penalty, a relieving penalty for Castleford. Wellham is deemed to have been interfering and not allowing Sean Ainscough to get back to his feet.
Well, he said that he was being held. No, I don't see that. Completely the other way around. I don't know why they try to kid the referees. They're pretty smart, aren't they?
They try and kid us, so...
Did you never try and do that, Steve-O?
Never.
So Castleford coming forward again. They're over halfway on tackle number 2. Ryan Hudson is waiting there, hands on hips. Chase again. Back the ball comes to McGoldrick. Here is Shenton. And Shenton cuts inside one. Can't get away. Can get away from Dobson. Can't get away from Fox.
They're ripping him apart out wide.
McGoldrick. Chase.
Play on.
Yes, it was a loose carry by Rangi Chase.
Well, another opportunity just frittered away there.
They might come to rue these opportunities. Gone.
Yep. And that was reefed out. I think Scott Morrell got a hand in that. Either way, got away with it.
Sean Briscoe, 199th career appearance here tonight. He missed the match last week. He was injured against Wigan. That's good defence.
That's quite easy to read that as well, though, Eddie, isn't it? You've got to say that someone else has got to push up on his outside, because that was just a dominating foul.
Flicked off the head, this is going to be play on. And he's wiped the tackle count clean. What might be a contentious decision, was that obstruction there as well?
Well, he certainly utilised the player. It's deemed there that Steve Snitch has gone for that ball. That's the reason why he wiped the tackle count.
It's Lovegrove for Hull KR.
Now get in a good position, Rovers, and they've got to dink it into the corner. Even if it goes and they put the scrum down, then they can try to force the error.
Vella will drive it up the middle, but he only got as far as the first tackle from Ryan Hudson. Morrell, Dobson, gives it to Briscoe. Sherwin with the tackle, last one. Coming up, Morrell, Dobson, dabs the ball into the ground. Ainscough picks it up, Dobson gets to him eventually.
Great work. Not only good positioning, but he eluded 2 or 3 would-be defenders. Well, that's better. Oh, he's giving a penalty.
Well, the referee shouted held,
yep.
And Matt Cook and Scott Morrell continued on with the push and dumped the Castleford Tiger on the floor.
Well, it's a new rule. As soon as that leg goes up, the tackle is completed, and it is so difficult. You know, you're all hyped up. The forwards they're bristling. They want to get involved, and you sort of know you put on a big hit. And talking of big, that is a huge kick downfield.
4 penalties in the match so far. By the way, have you heard the weather forecast for tomorrow for the World Club Challenge? It is going to be a shocker. Wind and rain, and it was like that 2 years ago when Melbourne were in town. They must bring it with them. Let's hope for a similar result, eh?
Let's hope, yeah. And let's hope that the weathermen have got it wrong again, which is quite often.
Shenton fired the pass wide. Here is Wainwright.
Did ever so well, Wainwright there. Looked as though he was going down the cul-de-sac, but just stepped back inside.
There it is, Leeds Melbourne tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Sky Sports 1, and of course in high definition. And isn't this game good in high definition, by the way?
Sure is. Sherwin, control in.
Chase, oh, Sherwin put it down.
He had it and he knows it.
Well, you have to take a gamble as a centre. Chris Wellham took a massive one. He came in there, he knew he had to put pressure on Sherwin, and the pressure was sufficient to force the error.
He was in as well, Phil. He knew that. He knew it was going to be touch and go. If it would have stuck, he'd have gone over.
Midway through this first half, and I go back to my original point, will Castleford regret the chances that they have put down in the opening 20 minutes?
Well, the 3 that have just gone away in the last opportunities, they will be furious by it. But Madison will be quite happy with their defence.
Eddie, I don't think so. I think that they probably, like, as you said, had 4, possibly 5 chances and converted 2 of them. That's not a bad ratio in rugby league. If you can continue at that rate, you're going to win more games than you lose. And the 2 that they did score were world-class finishes.
Good kick. That's a good kick. Scott Morrell.
Was it a 40-20? It was pretty close. It was.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a cracker. It is a cracker. Well, that could change, couldn't it? They just need field position. There's little doubt about it by the official, Phil Bentham. He said, lift the left arm. Your head and feed.
Well, this is a glorious opportunity for Rovers.
Will Webster take it up? He's moved close to the scrum.
Here is Webster. He almost got away from Shenton. Morrell scheming at dummy half, 10 metres out. Looks for the runner who's arrived. It's Liam Watts. Liam Watts is over the line and is now pushed back the other side of the whitewash. So the tackle count will continue from there. Morrell! Good score! Well, Morrell got in with the 40-20, and Morrell thinks he scored. But the referee, Phil Benton, hands it upstairs to video referee Steve Ganson tonight. And it's up to him. A couple of queries. Morrell with the kick, Morrell with the try, or is it?
Well, the man playing the ball, has he interfered? That's what they're looking at. Liam Watts.
They need to check as well. Does he play it with his foot?
A good ball, Phil.
No, mate, I'm looking.
Doesn't bother me with that.
Putting it down is no
I
problem.
think you have to check it, Eddie, on a try.
Now, watch for the big fella, Liam Watts. Is he utilised as a dummy run?
He's loitering with intent, I
Yeah.
suppose.
You've got to say, look at Westerman. Westerman is at first marker. He steps out left.
He never makes any attempt, Terry, does he?
No, that's a try. That's got to be a try. It's a big call. Well, watch Westerman. He goes
but he
sideways
never
there,
even
Steve.
It's no, he won't play. He didn't touch it with his foot, Terry, so it won't be given.
I bet you that that's not even considered.
I bet you have to walk home if you're wrong.
Okay, all right, we'll see. I'm going in the car. Morrell gets the try.
It's a long walk, Clarkie.
No. Eddie was the one, so confident.
Yes, no. No problem with that. I'm not going to force you to walk tonight, Phil. You're all right. It was a trip from London you were risking last year, if I remember rightly, but they're never, ever going to disallow a try for not playing the ball correctly when they don't play the ball correctly 9 times out of 10.
You're right, Eddie, because that would be pedantic, and we can't have that, can we? But it all came about by the 40-20. Wonderful stuff. And I'm with you, Eddie. You talk about Castleford controlling this game. It's the first real opportunity that Rovers have had, and they're back in it.
They'll be right back in it if and when Dobson converts this, and they're in it. It's 10-6. Morrell, the 40-20. It's an incredible rule, and doesn't it bring rich rewards?
Yeah, they slipped, and they should have had him.
There has to be a question mark about the man who played the ball, Liam Watts.
He was
Loitering with intent.
yes.
Anyway,
He couldn't get out of the way, though, let's be fair.
Is it loitering when you don't move, or do you have to move? Either way,
I'll tell you what, Liam Watts has an impact. Do you remember the try
Yes.
he created at Wigan with the offload close to the line?
yes, an impressive coming off the
Was that
bench
for
in the
Ben
last
Fisher?
3 games, actually.
That
Yeah.
was for Ben Fisher, the hooker or the dummy half in that role. This one was for Morrell. Justin Morgan said at the start of the season he was one to watch, and he's certainly proven to be that.
Good ball that from Janssen. It's Ben Cockayne for Hull KR, who suddenly have the scent of something here. Then Dobson going for another deep kick. I think he was outside the 40. Doesn't matter anyway. Ainscough keeps hold of that.
but they're applying the pressure, something that they haven't done for 20 minutes in this game until Morrell gets the 40-20. Then he finishes the try. And nerves will be going through the minds now, these Tigers, when they should, or could have been, 20 points in front.
You know what, though, Steve? They both had the same amount of possession in one another's halves. I think, well, sometimes, I don't know, I think that Castleford have had all the chances to score. Hokies have been down here as well at times.
But I think it's the clean breaks that they realised they were splitting them, were the Tigers, and This has got to be a high one, surely.
Last one here, and it's with Sherwin again. Looking for Evans outside. That's well taken over there. Ben Cockayne.
Good work as well by James Evans. That, you know, it's tempting to try to go for the ball rather than the man, but he just smothered him. Sure as Cockayne took that ball. Now the big question is, can the Tigers keep Rovers from getting anywhere near the halfway line? That's good work. That's wonderful running by the full Briscoe.
Briscoe plays the ball. Here is Dobson, and it's Clint Newton. He bounces off Randy Chase, he bounces off Westerman. They both come back for a second effort. Last tackle here. Ben Fisher, up it goes off the boot. It's a slice though from Dobson. It's a play on, because Castleford have it back. Sherwin. Nice little spin. Evans. McGoldrick gets the ball away to Rangi Chase. Oh, Westerman. Well, I thought he was going to be pinged for obstruction there.
He just run on the outside, not in front.
Liam Higgins. 4 tackles gone. They're inside the 20. Oops, Sherwin, second big error.
Took his eyes off it. Simple, basic error. He was thinking exactly what he was going to do with it. And you could see there, he lifted the head.
For Brent Sherwin, he missed the defeat at Bradford. He was badly missed as well. And 4 Castleford errors, and he has made 2 of them. Hull KR suddenly are up to speed, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's
back in it.
Yeah, and it's brought about by a quicker play of the ball as well. A lot more eagerness in that department, and they're getting over the advantage line. They're building on the confidence. This is going to be a high one again, surely.
It is high, and it's a tester here for McGoldrick. Ainsco's there as well. They nearly made a complete mess of that, and Ainsco is trapped in goal.
Super soft. Fisher came in late just to add that extra bit of weight. That was enough. Great work by Chris Wellham. Cockayne. Well, he's had plenty to do, this fella, Sean Ainscow.
Well, we talked about the missed chances for Castleford, Steve-O. Look at all of these.
Yep. You've got to take them, Eddie. That was the first knock on, and then, of course, we've just seen one from Brompton, and it led to a try there. They took full advantage. And it's a wonderful rule, isn't it, the 40-20, because it can give you a chance to get out of a huge hole. And the Rovers were in that at 10-0 down.
Here's Liam Watts again. And Ben Fisher will come down the right channel. It's Chaz Ianson.
Trying to milk the penalty.
Fisher again. Dobson. Straight into Steve Snitch then. Fisher once more. Back it comes to Ianson. Here is Clint Newton. Now it's Webster. Strong Kiwi Webster gets the ball away to Fox.
Nice offload by the big centre Webster there, but there was plenty of traffic in front of him.
Last one for Rovers. Ianson, the kick towards the in-goal area. Oh, it's a try for Dobson. Castleford let the ball go. And Parkinson Rovers are level, and Dobson, where on earth did he come from? Is there a tunnel under there? Because Dobson wasn't there a second ago. Boy, he's quick. And Rovers have leveled things up. And it's deja vu for Castleford. They were 10 up against Warrington, and they were clawed back, and Rovers have done exactly the same.
Well, this was very poor positional play. They put the kick through, got in the way of the posts. Evans couldn't do anything about it. Sherwin, he goes across it, and he gets blocked by the post. Good work by Dobson. You little beauty, the Aussie says. Can he put them in front? What a turnaround.
He's bang in front of the posts. Dobson doesn't generally miss these. They've hit Castleford with 12 unanswered points. They lead 12-10. Hull KR.
Well, it just shows you the opportunity. It was a well-placed kick going in and underneath the post, and when you do that, you've got to make sure you've got numbers back in. And there was only Brent Sherwin there. Terry Madison, the Tigers coach, will be saying, where on earth was Ryan McGoldrick in this department? Nowhere to be seen.
You know, Chazai Anson is an interesting player to follow, Eddie, and you know, hopefully over the season we'll see him develop. This is a kick that bounces back favourably for Hull KR. There are very few creative players in rugby league. As the game has developed, we've had big, strong, fast, powerful either runners of the ball, and there are very few players who still have that rugby ability, the vision necessary to create an opportunity for a teammate. Chazai Anson is a young British one who might just develop and go on to the higher level.
Well, he gets an nod today at standoff. It has been a problem position for Rovers this season. Justin Morgan has been trying a few new combinations out, and he wanted Paul Cook to become more and more active and involved from loose forward. Played him there, he played Webster there. A standoff. Here's McGoldrick now, that's a great chase.
Certainly was.
And Liam Watts has really shown in the... Webster and Watts now having been penalised for not letting McGoldrick get to his feet. And it might have been a bit high from Watts, but certainly, I must say...
certainly was. He should have been penned by the official straight away, but...
Hasn't he had a good start, though, Liam Watts, to Super League this year? Didn't play at all in Super League last year. He was on loan at Gateshead in 2007.
Well, he's such a tall player, isn't he? You know, he creates so much problems, and he attracts defenders like flies to a honeypot.
He also played once upon a time for Castleford. If memory serves, it was against Loch Lane in the Challenge Cup, the local team from round these parts. This is Rangi Chase. Ryan Hudson, the Castleford skipper. Westerman handed on to Liam Higgins. Well, it was 10-all at half-time last time we saw Castleford here against Warrington. It's worse for them this week. There's another one.
Well, this is turning into a nightmare, and Terry Matheson will be saying, what on earth is going on out there? Just basic errors.
Well, Terry Matheson, as you say, he'd be scratching his head and wondering. They build nice little leads. They look as though they're flying, and then the opposition's allowed to come back. But, I mean, let's not take anything away from Hull KR. The 40-20 was brilliant, and the chase from Dobson, we just wouldn't give up. Here's Webster.
And this is what's got Hull KR back into the game. Every time they're up in this sort of field position, they just play nice and direct, in and around the ruck, turning the balls back inside, and just asking questions of his Castleford defence.
And the quick play of the ball, and Ben Fisher being out there has certainly aided and abetted in that department. There he is again.
Well, he knows, and that's what he gets to them very, very quickly. Say, come on, get up, get up. He's controlling it. You're absolutely spot on, Eddie.
They're rolling forward. Scott Wheeldon will play the ball to Fisher again. He gives it to Dobson. Up it goes once more. Ainscough is being peppered. Ainscough's claimed it.
Superb take. Wonderful effort there.
Here's James Evans. But suddenly, Hull KR have got a new lease of life.
And it all came about by that 40-20 by Scott Morrell. Just changed the game. Okay. The three real good opportunities where Castleford, in a threatening position, came up with knock-ons.
Wait, go.
McGoldrick again. Solid defence from Jason Netherton. Sherwin with the kick. It's not clever. It is not clever. Out on the full.
Well, you get those days, don't you? Two knock-ons, not the best kick off the side of the boot, more pressure to be absorbed, and you just get the sense of feeling that the visitors, the Rovers, are now controlling the game.
Wheeldon plays the ball. Fisher showed it to Watts, took the tackle himself. The second, this set of six.
Such an impressive player, the man that's got it now, Dobson.
Gets the ball away to Webster, comes back and gets the return. Shenton gets to him, tried to pinch the ball one-on-one, I think. Fox at dummy half, the England winger last year in the Four Nations. Newton, Fisher.
Just take it steady, slow it down. Now you can either go early on the kick or do another drive, but maybe a dink into the in-goal area.
It's with Dobson, it's with Newton. Oh, and he got the ball away, and Stuart Jones first to react.
Wasted effort again. Now it's the Rovers that are coming up with the errors. They didn't really have to force that pass, did they? They still had another play the ball in the bag, and Newton just a little bit too much.
Sherwin gets the pass away, but Chris Wellham was there to halt the danger.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? The Tigers were on fire in the opening 15 minutes.
McGoldrick again, slips the net but can't get the ball away. Sherwin was on his shoulder waiting for the pass, never came.
Good tackle
chase.
A good tackle by Joel Clinton. This is a high one, pressurised as well.
Wainwright drops it.
Knock on, no advantage, head and feed.
Turnover.
LKR, it was on the knock, was it? Yeah, and turnover.
Fingertips. Go.
Here's Webster again. Plays the ball there to Peter Fox. 4 minutes to half-time. That could be an important change just made by Terry Mattison. This fellow, Mitchell Sargent, just on the field again. Started, withdrawn, had a breather, now he's back out there.
Yeah, he'll add a little bit of speed to defence, and that's beautiful play.
Great kick from Jansen.
Yep, that's all you have to do.
Do you think so? Do you think so? I think Hull KR have them on the ropes. I'd have kept the ball in play. Hull KR are the ones that look to be full of energy. Their supporters are the ones making the noise. I think Castleford would be delighted here now to walk back and have a 30 seconds rest before they have to play on.
Yeah, but the way that the defence and the Rovers have just upped it over the last 10 minutes is that they just need to ask a few questions of this Castleford side that are a bit jittery for the Tigers, and they know it. They're coming up with errors.
Yes, they'll hunt another mistake here.
Yep.
Hull KR.
We saw last night Hull versus Harlequins how Hull just absolutely controlled the game by good kick, good chase. Poor Harlequins played most of the game in their own quarter.
Hudson gets the ball in field to Liam Higgins. Hudson waits at dummy half, and it's with McGoldrick. Another little half break from the Castleford fullback. Sherwin, short ball, now then a chance. It's Snitch, it's Ainsko! Second try for Ainsko if this is given.
He'll go to the screen because it rolled away underneath his body, but I think he's got the impact down. But we'll see it better from the head on, surely.
What a debut this will be if he does get it.
No, he's lost it. Has it? No, he hasn't.
He's short.
Is he short? And has he got it through?
And then momentum takes him home.
I think he's there. Yep. He's got his hand on it. Control. This will be given, or should be. Short to start with. He has control. And as you say, Eddie, you say momentum. Has the ball come away? Which side of the whitewash? He dives there, short. And then the body rolls to it as it's hit the whitewash first. He's got to see if it's hit the whitewash, it's all right. If it's short here. And then if it rolls and then spits out. And I think by the time it's spat out, it's had a little bit of whitewash on it.
Well, do you need evidence to award it or evidence to deny it? That's the question.
Well, I always like to
Benefit
give
of
it...
doubt.
I want the benefit of doubt to go to the attacking side, but it's Steve Ganson. Flip a coin.
Yes, Steve Ganson's the video referee tonight, and has Sean Ainsko got his second try of his opening 40 minutes in Castleford Tigers colours. Everyone's holding their breath here, and here comes the decision. It's chalked off.
Well, put a big TS next to Ben Cocaine, that's try saved. That's a massive play for him to get back and deny Sean Ainscough there.
He did very well, didn't he? He looked for all the world. He was definitely short. It was...
well, he was short at first.
Yeah, and then he rolled over. It's a 50-50 call. I've seen them given.
If he'd have come up with the ball in his hand, I think he would have been given that try.
Yep. But the way that it spat out... Obviously convinced, Mr. Ganson.
Well, we saw one given last night with a forearm, didn't we? And, and tonight we've seen that one denied.
It's amazing what 24 hours can do.
Completely different, of course, these incidents, we know that. But they're all good talking points.
Wouldn't have a job either way.
Joel Clinton. It's a good while since Joel Clinton has played. Space here for Welland. And more space here. Good job that James Evans was there.
He tracked him all the way. He knew that the inside pass was coming to Chris Welland. Will they give it some height? And
Yes,
they have. It's a
Dobson.
beauty.
It is. Well claimed by Wainwright, though. It was right on the try line, the kick from Dobson. Pinpoint.
Well, any youngsters watching this game that want to be a full-back, they should be learning quite a lot from tonight. There's only been one incident where the high ball has been a bit of a trouble for either side, but that was wonderful, wasn't it, by Wainwright?
Last minute of the first half, a first half that has turned and twisted.
Go. Stay there with the knee, Scott.
Higgins. Good defence. Last tackle, great defence from Hull KR here.
It needed to be as well. As I say, they were very shaky in the opening minutes.
And Brent Sherwin's gone for a 40-20.
It's on the
full. Another one out on the full from Sherwin.
There wasn't much in this, but it was enough. Now then, there's only seconds.
To play the ball, isn't it? Hull KR thought it was a scrum. They're set up for a scrum.
It is a scrum.
Yeah, all we've got to do now.
Not sure, was it on the last or was it on the fourth? I'm not sure.
It must have been early.
Well, if it was on the last tackle, should not that be the turnover? Anyway.
No, I think it was on the fourth, Eddie. But this is feed the scrum and straight up in the air.
And
no,
here is Briscoe. Here's Fisher. They must have, well, no, they can see the big screen. What a pass!
Forward. That'll do it.
Castleford escape. Terry Matheson will be furious as he makes his way down to the dressing rooms for the second home game in a row that we have seen them here. They've built a 10-point advantage in the opening 10 minutes.